JoJo's All-Star Battle is based on a manga that follows the supernaturally gifted descendants of the family Joestar through generations and through parallel universes. In this game, powerful fighters with insane, eclectic style face off against each other in the firmly established tradition of Street Fighter, or Tekken. So basically, it's about two people beating the crap out of each other until one of them is no longer able to get up. But it's really not that simple. There are some games that are accessible to just about anybody, and some games that require a little specialized knowledge and prior experience to really appreciate. Then there's JoJo. It's based on a comic that's run for nearly 30 years, spilling over with numerous allusions to rock bands, singers, and Western pop culture in general, with a visual style that starts somewhere near Fist of the North Star and progresses to the glammed-up, stylized look of high-fashion magazines. The impressive 3D renditions of these characters have the texture and detail of hand-drawn art. The posing never stops, and neither do the references to specific individuals, scenes, and events. Characters go from one outrageous animation to the next in battle, taunting their opponents or harnessing power for their signature moves. Outside fights, they'll even comment on which menu options you're selecting. This is, without a doubt, a game for the fans.
Option mode すごく大切なんだよ.
If you don't have any previous exposure to the JoJo-verse, playing the game might feel like downing a few packets of Kool-Aid without adding any water. This mega dose of unfamiliar flavor could really put you off, kind of like how super concentrated essence blasting out of a vampire's eyes can burn holes in your face. The story mode sadly fails to bring players into the world with bland recaps of events from each story arc, telling fans what they already know in the most uninteresting way possible, and crunching down pages and pages worth of action and drama into quick and dirty spoilers to people who aren't up to speed. You'll still spend more time here than in arcade mode though, since you'll need to fight through now beat this guy missions to unlock additional characters. All-Star Battle doesn't make an effort to teach players how to play the game either, but the option to simply mash one attack button to create a combo means anyone can deliver a basic beatdown and enjoy some fancy animations. Fights take place in arenas with limited 3D movement, letting you dodge attacks or maneuver around danger zones that trigger stage hazards like a crashing chandelier or runaway car. The overall feeling is a bit stiff, and the combo-centric fighting is disappointingly generic, but a huge cast and a few interesting touches capture some of the source material's distinctive flair. Each of the dozens of characters falls under one of several fighting styles, like meter-building Hamon users and fighters that use supernatural projections called stands. There are a few interesting playstyles here, and some of the personality and feel of the comic does come through. Taunting your opponent after a knockdown shakes their confidence and drains some of their accumulated power, for example. There's a super move that actually fills your opponent's life bar in the interest of fairness before delivering an incredible amount of damage. The moves the various JoJo's bust out are pretty crazy, but the most bizarre thing you'll encounter is the microtransaction-powered cash-grabby campaign mode. Here, players can unlock extra costumes and voice clips by spending energy to participate in random fights. It doesn't take long for a unit of energy to recharge, but you'll need to fight boss characters repeatedly if you're not willing to burn extra energy to increase your damage. Even if you're willing to spend cash to speed up the process, it's a dull grind. Consider this mode the dismal duty of the superfan, or the last resort of the truly bored soul with nobody else to play against. You could instead hop online for a versus battle. You'll typically find the matches to be stable, if a bit sluggish. If you're really into JoJo, or really into fighting games, or both, you'll be able to see through the messy design, pick out the good stuff, and have some fun with it. Otherwise, you're likely to be beaten and bewildered. If an outlandish outfit or impassioned line of dialogue piqued your interest while you were watching the review, consider looking into the manga or checking out the anime. You might be able to come back and look at this game with a better appreciation for the bizarre.
Fan-skewed!